Thank you very much for purchasing one of our premium automatic STOP-FYRE units. Big difference obviously between the premium and our standard is this assembly you see coming out of the bottom. This gives you pinpoint accuracy, which I'll explain in just a little bit. So, how do you mount this? It is very, very simple to mount. You really only have three parts. You've got the bracket, the unit itself, and then you've got the manual release pull cable. First thing you're going to do is mount the bracket where you want it. Now, where to position this? The purpose of this is, yes, you've got the fusible link, so it's good for a confined space. But at the end of the stainless steel braided tubing, you've got the fusible plug. This fusible plug, the reason why we made this is we had a lot of requests for small engine rooms. So they would mount this extinguisher on the wall up high, because obviously the heat's going to rise, and then they would take this braided tubing and mount it going across the ceiling and hang directly over the engine, or somehow mount it so that the fusible plug is right where you anticipate the greatest likelihood of a fire to be. So you've picked your location, you've mounted your bracket. So just a matter of simply setting it into the bracket and putting it in there like so. Key point, you need to mount it with the extinguisher facing upright, just like you see here. Don't mount it on its side, it won't work effectively. Alright, so unless you're mounting it on a machine, it's not really necessary to use the Velcro, but since it's there, it doesn't hurt to use it as well. The next part of this that we're going to mount is the manual release pull cable. So, simple here. You've got the interior wire. You want to get this to go simply through the top of that head and come out the other side. So I'm going to insert it through the coupling there, all the way through, and you see it comes out about 1 inch on the other side. The key here is that this piece is pushed all the way into that coupling. And I'm just going to do a very simple mount for you. Okay, so before I'm going to pull out this safety pin, you need to double check to make sure, fusible link, it's securely in place. That the clip here on the top is also securely in place. Once I pull this pin out, all of the mechanics inside, the spring, the pressure is going to be pressing down on the manual release pull cable wire inside of it. So now it's time to take off and remove the zip tie. Everything looks good. I'm going to pull this out, and now this has all that pressure on it from the spring inside, so it's ready to go for the top portion. The bottom portion, very simple. You're just going to and then of course you're simply going to string this wherever you want. Secure it to the wall, have it coming over the ceiling, having it hang down over the engine, securing it along the wall, and having it positioned through a piece of conduit so that it's positioned right over the top of the engine. However you want to mount this. But think about how this unit is going to work. If this fusible link melts, all the agent is going to be coming and squirting right out of the nozzle there. And it's going to hit the rake, and it's going to be deflected downward. So you want to position this so that it's going to make a fog pattern over the top of your engine, or whatever you think has got the greatest likelihood of burning. This, once this fusible plug, you can see that there's the solder inside there. Once that gets to the right temperature and it melts, all of the agent is going to be coming and squirting right out of this, and it's going to be squirting straight out of this. So that's why I suggest people mount it from the top down, so then it's blasting right down on what you think is going to be on fire. And using a piece of simple electrical metal conduit is a great way to hold this firmly in place. Let's see. Very simple. Mount your bracket where you want it, so it's going to have the best spray pattern over your engine. So once you got your bracket in place, put your unit in there. Once you got your unit where you want it, assemble and put in place your manual release pull cable. And once that's done and you've double checked, clip the clip, pull the pin, and then do your fusible plug. Once again, thank you very much for purchasing premium STOP-FYRE unit. If you have any questions, you need any help with this, anything we can do at all, feel free to call us anytime. Thank you. Okay, so now we're demonstrating the fusible plug. This is made for a situation where you've got a large room, but you need pinpoint accuracy of where that is going to go off and extinguish. And just like that, it fires out. And that will spray for a long time.